I made a few videos in the past on how to live a more positive life, make more money, and overall achieve your goals. And ever since, you guys have been bugging me to make more, so today I'm going to be giving you 8 more tips on making money, investing, saving money, and not losing money. These are all things that have helped me build wealth at a really young age, and I know they'll help you too. And this video is sponsored by Blinkist. This Blinkist guy over here has been bugging me for weeks to talk about his app, so we'll talk more about him and his books in the end. Bonus tip, don't do things that are unproductive. So instead of a long intro, I'm just going to jump right into the tips. Here we go. Number 1, start early. If you're young, don't put it off. Start now. I knew people in college who thought, no point in talking about that now. I got my entire life to do that. And then as soon as they got out of college, they ended up getting trapped in the cycle of working a shitty job to pay for shit they don't even care about. And years later, they haven't saved a dime or made any progress. Even guys I used to think were smart completely stagnated. Now, don't let yourself get stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, and don't think that just because you have a decent job, you won't get trapped. In the Wolf of Wall Street book, Jordan Belfort ridicules his employees for living paycheck to paycheck on million-dollar salaries because they all assume the money would keep coming in forever, and they bought houses and cars and boats and all this other stuff. So as soon as the money stopped, they were broke. He even encouraged this behavior on purpose because he wanted to keep them trapped working for him instead of retiring. This is how the system works for most people. No matter how much they make, they spend more as their income increases. This is called lifestyle inflation. Just look at the people you know, and you'll see that almost all of them are trapped in the cycle. Don't let yourself be one of these people, okay? It's just like when you're about to hook up with a girl and she says her boyfriend's coming over in 5 minutes. Bro, get in and get out as fast as possible. This doesn't apply to everyone, but for a lot of people, a paycheck replaces your freedom. And in my experience as a 1,000-year-old god, freedom is priceless. So work on getting your own financial freedom as soon as possible. No amount of money from a paycheck can replace the freedom of having nobody tell you what to do, what to wear, and when to show up. Life is short. Get that freedom as fast as humanly possible and get a head start by starting young. Number 2, try a bunch of things. Start your own businesses. Even if you know nothing about business, just try it out. You don't have to spend a lot of money. The internet makes it easy to start a business with almost $0 in startup costs. Even if you're just selling popsicles on the street or something, it'll put you in the action and help you learn about selling, marketing, and money management. All skills which will be valuable for your entire life. Just try stuff. Short-term investments, long-term investments, investments in other people's businesses. Work a variety of different jobs to see what you like and what makes money most efficiently and what can actually be scaled up. Working on and experimenting with multiple things will give you a strong variety of skills and relationships with people, which will be valuable in the long term. This is why you must diversify when you're young and unsure of what you like to do. To me, diversity doesn't just mean buy lots of different stocks. It means buy multiple stocks and start multiple businesses and invest in multiple assets. Try multiple things and have multiple things running in parallel all the time. I put money into BitConnect and that shit flopped harder than a fat girl riding cowgirl for the first time. And it didn't bother me in the least because it's just one of many things. Almost every successful businessman has multiple flops for every one success. Most of the time, all it takes is one thing to blow up for you to be put in a favorable position. Number 3, don't finance things. For fuck's sake, this is a huge one nowadays. Here's what I think. Buy shit you can afford now, not shit you expect you'll be able to afford 10 years from now. If you're buying a $5,000 Tempur-Pedic mattress and they say, hey, just finance it, it'll only be $500 a year for 10 years, bro, the cost is still $5,000, not $500. If you don't have $5,000 right now, you can't afford it. You're buying something you can't afford. I also apply this idea when I'm getting into something for a longer term. A huge example of this is buying a house. Let's say your property taxes are $10,000 a year. You plan to live in the house for 10 years. Then you should add $100,000 to the real price of that house. Now, this is unusual, and not many people do this. But I like to do it because I don't want to trap myself. I don't want to be doing shit to make money forever. I don't want to have to work forever. I don't want to be trapped. And if you don't either, you should take note of these things. Otherwise, you'll get trapped harder than a guy picking up a Thai hooker for the first time. Wait, is that a bulge in your pants? You know what I'm saying. Number 4, buy things you really want, not things you kind of want, and definitely not things you don't want. What does this mean? Simple. Buy the things you really want. Don't buy the things you kind of want. Like if you want a new pair of shoes, but you aren't 100% sure you want them, don't buy them. It's like the saying goes, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. Don't buy things you don't want. For example, if you're buying shit you don't care about because you want to impress other people, look, nobody gives a flying ball sack what you're doing. People are so wrapped up in themselves that they only give a fuck about what they're doing. Don't waste your money trying to impress them. And if they have so much time that they are actually concerned with what you're doing, then they're most likely no-life losers anyway. And why are you spending your time worrying about them? I buy whatever I want, and I usually don't even look at the prices. I bought a pair of new workout shoes recently, and a friend asked how much they were, and I was like, I don't know, maybe 100? Might have been 300, who knows? But the catch is, I also don't want to buy a lot of things. The things I really care about can't be bought with money, so if I want something, I buy it. But I also don't want to buy a lot of things. If you buy one thing that you really want, you'll be happier than if you buy 10 things that you only kind of want. Now, obviously, you gotta alter this to your situation. If you're just starting out and you only have like $500 to your name, you may not want to drive down a Best Buy, tell them to load up the best 85-inch TV into your car and say, fuck the price, Zeus told me it didn't matter. Likewise, even I wouldn't buy something like a car without looking at how much it is. Be reasonable. The point is mainly to just buy things that you really want and don't buy things that you're not 100% sure of. Most things you really want in life can't be bought anyway. Being in good shape, having good relationships with those around you, and being smart and knowledgeable about your field of expertise. All of these things you have to work for. Money can't buy them. Number 5, protect yourself. There's no point making lots of money just to lose it. For example, you can protect yourself against physical theft by keeping valuables in a safety deposit box, keeping your Bitcoin in paper wallets, or buying home security systems. I actually joked with a friend a while back and told him to hide his valuables inside a book on his bookshelf, because the type of person who breaks into people's homes to steal shit is damn sure not the type of person who's going to be reading books anyway. Protect yourself against data theft, such as people breaking into your bank account by locking down your computer and phone. Install the best antivirus you can afford because that's one thing you really don't want to skimp on. And sorry, bruh, but the one thing that comes bundled with Windows fucking sucks. So if you're using that and thinking you're safe, you're not. There's probably already some 16-year-old kid in Taiwan using your computer to mine bitcoins for himself. Don't go on sketchy websites. Don't click links that you aren't 100% sure about. Don't download email attachments. Install an app on your phone such as Should I Answer that blocks spammers and telemarketers from calling you and so on. I'd estimate that like 99.9% of people who get computer viruses do it through a fault of their own that could have easily been avoided. Use a VPN when using public Wi-Fi at Starbucks, school, or at the airport, and bro, seriously, protect yourself against identity theft. If somebody asks for your social security number, verify what agency they're calling from and even ask them why they need it. I tell people I don't have one, and they say, what? And I say I'm a Canadian citizen. That fucks them all up. They have no idea how to enter that in. 65YG64. They'll stumble around with that for a couple of minutes, then just fucking give up. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, so go get yourself an ounce of prevention, all right? Number 6, list the stuff you buy and look for waste. I actually did this for a couple of friends, and they were making over $100K a year and somehow not saving anything. I helped them plot out their expenses and then cut out the thousands of dollars a month in junk. It's almost always the little things that add up. This is known as death by 1,000 cuts. One obvious example is, if you're paying for cable TV, cancel it and get Netflix instead. Take a look at this. The cheapest option for Comcast cable TV is about $40 a month. Netflix is about $10 a month. Amazon Prime Video is $100 a year, which equals about $9 a month. So you can get both Netflix and Amazon for less than half the cost of cable TV. Holy shit, who in their right mind would even buy cable anymore? I can honestly say I've never bought cable TV. Before Netflix was a thing, I just watched network TV since I barely ever watched it anyway. I don't even know how to hook up cable. I think the cable is called a coaxial or some shit. Do you plug it into the wall or does it just have an antenna? I don't even know. Does it need a modem? What the hell? This is how little I care about cable TV. Plus, you also get the benefits of 1. Not wasting time watching commercials, which are usually annoying anyway. 2. Being able to watch whatever you want, whenever you want. And 3. Using all the extra time to do something more productive. And that's just one example. List everything you spend money on and eliminate all the useless stuff that you don't need or that you truly don't want. Number 7, stocks. Investing in stocks is a huge topic, but since most of my viewers are younger guys in their late teens and 20s, I'm just going to go over a couple of simple tips that have really helped me. And of course, disclaimer, this is not financial advice, it's just what I personally do. First, I like to buy companies that I personally like, use a lot, and believe will do well. For example, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Intel, Apple. You don't have to buy these exact ones. You can buy whatever you personally feel, but these are the ones I fuck with the most. Second, don't be emotional. See each investment as a thing to not be attached to. For example, I also bought a lot of Microsoft a few years ago, right when people were giving them a lot of flack for all the privacy and security issues in Windows 10. Now, I personally don't really like their company for that exact reason, but in this case, I noticed that whenever someone brought up the issue of privacy, most people would just point at them and call them conspiracy theorists. You're a crazy conspiracy nut. Companies don't care about making money, they care about making their customers happy. Fucking A. So I assumed that most people weren't going to give a crap about the issue, and the company was going to get away with it. And that the extra revenue they'd get from doing sketchy shit and getting away with it would outweigh the tiny percentage of people who wouldn't like it. And I was right, because Microsoft has pretty much doubled in price since they stopped giving a shit. I also used to fuck with Bitcoin a decent amount back when it was around $1,000. And I'd always see people on the Bitcoin forum predicting it'd go up because they wanted it to go up, and people predicting it'd flop because they were mad they didn't get in early enough. Basically believing something will behave a certain way simply because you want it to act that way. Sorry, dude, but unless you're a god, like me, shit ain't gonna come true just because you want it to. The moral of the story is, eliminate personal emotion as much as possible from your investments. Number 8, don't fall for BS. I'ma just throw this in here, okay? If someone messages you on Facebook talking about a great new money-making opportunity to make a lot of money really fast, look how I turned $20 into $8,357 a month. And I'm only 22 years old. Block that motherfucker, okay? Also, pro tip. Anytime the price is something really specific and ridiculous like that, it's almost always bullshit. Giving something an extremely specific price is actually a negotiating tactic that tricks the victim into believing that since you gave a really specific price, you must have thought about it in depth and calculated it accurately somehow, which makes you more likely to believe that what you're receiving is actually worth that price. In reality, it's just a trick, and if a schmoozer wants to charge $100 for something, he can just charge $98.37 instead and it'll get more sales. You've seen that stuff a million times. Don't fall for it. And that's it. Oh wait, it's this guy. He's back again. You brought friends too this time, huh? Oh shoot, what's happening? Why are all these notification books falling onto the screen? Benjamin, this wasn't in the script. Oh man, it must be time for the Blinkist ad break. Douche Zeus, you sold us out again, man? Oh, now that the audience is watching, you want to pretend like you haven't been reading short 15-minute book summaries of books you don't have time to read on the Blinkist app for the past month? I mean, come on. How else are you going to learn about business and productivity when you don't have time to sit and read a book for hours at a time? And don't forget to tell them that Blinkist has over 3,000 short, digestible 15-minute summaries of popular nonfiction books that you can read or listen to, so you can build the habits and knowledge to make you more money. Ah, man, he already started the ad read. We're full-blown sellout mode now, and I'm running late. This video was supposed to be 9 ways to make money, but I cut it out short because I got a big party at the Playboy Mansion in 10 minutes. Now, you want me to tell our viewers that the first 100 people who sign up at the link below get free unlimited access for 1 week to try out the Blinkist app and read the best, most insightful summaries of amazing books for free? Yeah, bro, free! You'll also get 25% off if you end up digging it and want to upgrade to a full membership. Reading all the powerful insights from books you don't have time to read is one of the best ways to improve your skills and knowledge. You know, to start making more money. Alright, I'll give you and the Blinkist guy props here. Reading the summary of books like Atomic Habits and The Courage to be Disliked did let me see if it was legit before buying the full books and invest time into them. You got a point there. Now, me and the viewers never have the excuse that we don't have time to learn from books when we can get all the knowledge from great books in just a few minutes. Hey, wait, dude. Are you counting the cash they paid us for this? I'd better get half of that. If these tips helped you, subscribe, because something like 30% of you noobs watching this aren't subscribed, so make sure you do that. If you want more videos on mindset, making money, and advice on how to live an overall better life, then let me know. And don't forget to click the link below and check out our sponsor, Blinkist. Reading book summaries is such a huge time saver. And for the first 100 of you to sign up, you get it for free. Oh man, he's doing another ad read. Benjamin, just cut the video.